guys, here at the Nebraska State Capitol. Hope you can see it because I can't see the screen. Hope you can hear me because, it's windy and somebody's spraying something over here. But came here, and today we're going to find out if they will answer the question that maybe some of you have gotten in the past. And what is that question, you say? I should make sure I'm not covering this. That question is, where does it say that you cannot investigate something if there's active litigation? Period. I don't know if anybody else has ever gotten that excuse. If you filed a complaint against a state agency or otherwise, and they say, I'm sorry, sir, well, we can't do anything if it's an active litigation. Period. Well, I said period like I was doing voice to text, but whatever. So in any case, I'm doing this in one cut so you guys can see the truth, so I'm not going to bother re-recording it. I've looked everywhere for something that states that they won't do an investigation, comma. And I can't find anything. So I'm going to ask them if they know, since they always cite it. Let's find out. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man that don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I'm just going to set this down for one quick sec till I can put my headphone away. That way it doesn't. If I'm being fair, I can never remember exactly where this office is. Actually, I think it's up. Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. I want to make sure that you guys get this letter because,
Sure.
and then maybe you could clarify. I am recording, as you know. Where's the information that says you can't investigate something that is in litigation?
Well, I understand that you emailed our office about this, so.
Yeah, this one's just a simple general inquiry question. I've looked online, I can't find it.
Yeah, well, I can't answer that for you.
Who
here
could
today.
answer that? It seems like every time I come, I always get the same thing, which is no answer. And then, then when I do get an answer, what do I get? Something that's false. And then when I say this is false, I get told, well, we're not going to change anything, sir. All I'm asking is, you guys have quoted it, you've quoted it. We can't look at anything that's in litigation. Where do you get that information? You're the one who says it.
I'm the one who said that?
I'd have to look back, but it was you.
I think you should look back.
Okay, well, then it was the other gal that I spoke with. One of the two of you said that, and you used the word, well, and we'd be adversarial, would be the adversary. That was your guys' word. Maybe it was the other gal, but it was here.
Well, I don't know what you're referring to, but typically we do inform people if they have charges against them. We represent the state, so, you know, if you had charges or something like that, we would let you know that we would be an adversarial part of your case since we represent the state. But I don't know what in context you heard that.
Well, so then just to make it crystal clear, your department, the Department of Banking and Finance, the Attorney General's Office, the Federal Reserve of Kansas City, for example, those four first starts, they are allowed to investigate things when there is ongoing litigation, correct?
I'm not going to speak to this vague situation.
It's not vague. That was super accurate and clear.
Yeah,
I named 4 places. You guys oversee at least 2 or 3, including yourself.
Oversee what?
3, including yourself, places.
Oversee what?
Oversee.
Oversee what?
Oversee
Yeah, I don't know.
them
what you're
as
talking about.
well. If somebody complains about the Department of Banking and Finance, would that be something you might look into?
We represent the Department of Banking and Finance.
So that's the issue. So what you're saying is you're going to represent the state versus the consumer when the state is the accused, and so as a result, that's why you'll never investigate things that.
You're putting words into my
Well,
mouth.
you just said correct.
Correct in the terms that we function as the legal advisor to state agencies, boards, and commissions. That's our function.
So what's your role for a consumer?
We have some authority under the Consumer Protection Act, but you know, I can't.
Who has more authority
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
than you guys? Well, if you only have some authority and consumers need protection, who has more authority?
It's a very broad question.
It's not, if you're not the agency, there should be somebody you could readily say goes, I mean, like, to me, okay, if I have an issue with somebody, I can go to the AG. But if you're saying, is it not true?
What are you talking about?
Well, there's some sort of an issue,
We don't handle all issues, so you have to be more specific.
sure, like the school district,
What about that?
the issue with the school district.
Well, it would depend on what the issue is.
Okay, well, if complaints were made by citizens against a school district about other citizens being unfairly treated in meetings, you guys would investigate that.
So we enforce the Open Meetings Act. All that information is on our website if you want to take a look at it. We've even provided an outline of the act. But when it comes to open meetings, our office enforces the act when people are complaining to us about state governmental bodies. If it's at the county level or below, it's going to be your county attorney.
I have a letter that says you guys looked into it.
It was probably submitted a long time ago.
Oh, so this has changed.
It's a newer.
How new?
Probably in the last year, we've updated our webpage, so.
So who then should I talk to? That gives me a whole nother party to involve. You don't know? So like
I don't
here, you
know.
can't say, here's who I would suggest you talk to for the Douglas County Attorney, maybe, Omaha Public Schools area.
Again, sir, I don't know what exactly your situation is.
Well, I just
It really
told you.
Depends on a lot of details. Depends on a lot of details.
What details would you need?
I would have to check. It's my understanding that we did write or issued some sort of disposition letter.
Yeah, but it contained lies, and that much I've proven. So if you guys aren't willing to address your own truths, I'm not.
I don't know what you mean by that.
What do you mean? Would you like to see the lie? Yes or no?
I personally, I
See what I mean?
but
Boom. Nobody will.
Okay.
Think about it.
Is what your complaint is in this?
No, I want to know who says you guys can't do anything with litigation.
Okay, Mr. Riddle, I'm gonna have to say that I will forward this to the appropriate people in our office. It will be reviewed, and any communication we have with you from this point forward should be done in writing.
No, I'll do it in person because nobody responds. And then when they do, they send a letter that contains lies. And that's a problem for someone like me from Nebraska, born and raised, that doesn't like being lied to or told lies by my own government. That's the problem. Now, I'm offering you again, would you like to see proof that you can't refute of a lie, or would you prefer not to because you can't do anything? And gosh, you're the one here talking to me, but as a design, I can never get to talk to a person who thinks or makes decisions. And so as a result, I can't show anybody the lie because they all just pretend it's not there.
If you have concerns that you believe belong rightfully before our office, you can submit them in writing. I'm assuming that's what this is.
No, that's to ask,
Okay.
why
What
can't
I-
you
what I-
discuss things that are in litigation? Because I've got everybody saying that.
Mr. Riddle, let me explain to you a little bit about my role. So I'm Director of Constituent Services. I'm not an attorney. I talk to constituents all day, every day, all across the state.
Why did they send you to talk to me?
Because that is my role. I make sure that.
So your role is to talk to people but never know anything, even the most basic of questions.
Okay, as I was saying, my role is to talk with constituents. If they believe that their issue is before our office, then I would see that it's reviewed by the appropriate people in our office. And if it's an outside agency, I would refer them to another agency. So I will take what you've submitted here today. I will see that it's reviewed by the appropriate people of our office, and that's what I can promise.
So you don't want to see the evidence.
I'm not gonna be the one
Who should I
reviews this.
present it to? Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Mr. Riddle,
Look at this.
Mr. Riddle,
This is crazy. I've been sitting here the whole time. I haven't raised my voice.
Mr. Riddle, the last 2 visits you've been here, you have been very disruptive.
In what sense?
You disrupted.
Is this
my
disruptive?
staff. It's getting to that.
And the reason is because you refuse to look at the evidence and truth, and you guys lie.
No, sir.
Is that what I'm to understand?
What I want you to understand is that what you've brought here today, I will see that it's reviewed by the appropriate people in our office. And any further communication you have with this office should be done in writing.
I'll do it in person.
If,
That's my legal right. Say that it's
telling
not.
you, if
Please
you-
say that it's not.
If you come here and continue to disrupt our staff, I am.
Am I being disruptive according to what you guys can see?
Can I grab that piece of paper?
Anybody here want to speak to that? Could
We
you?
will here in just a second, it's Jay's working a piece of paper, because we have capital rules here, okay?
And what is the rule?
We'll give you a
Mr. Riddle,
copy
I'm
of the
gonna
rules
show
right
you
here,
something here.
and they're also posted online as well.
This is the part I want you to pay attention to. Right here, conduct impeding, or bear with me, I don't have my readers on. Disturbing public employees.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that
So,
merely asking a question here is disturbing public employees whose jobs it is to answer these questions.
you have a lawsuit pending, correct?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because they made it very clear, you're not welcome back here. You can do your business over the phone, right?
Wait, you just said I have a lawsuit pending. I said, what does that have to do with anything?
if you have a lawsuit pending, why are you trying to take actions?
It's not that I'm trying to take actions. I'm trying to clarify what reality is and the truth.
Okay, any communication that you would need to have with this office?
Well, I would like to finish.
Let her finish.
Hold on, fellas. She didn't want to finish then, and now we're having a conversation, and she wants to interrupt. That's impolite.
So, hey,
You're
Mr.
right,
Riddle,
you are.
here's the most important part. What she says, we're going to support because of the rules and regulations by the Nebraska.
And so define causing, define
Disrupting.
impeding or disturbing
Well,
public employees in the
and-
performance
yeah.
of their duties.
So impeding is what you're doing right now.
How?
Nobody's allowed to do anything else because you're here.
What's their job?
I don't know. But here's the thing.
She said this was her job.
She made it very clear.
She said, did
that
you say this was your job? Yes or no?
Mr. Riddle,
Dude, this-
hey,
this-
pay attention to a little bit.
You guys.
She already said, hey, if you send it over email,
Hey, so-
they will review it. Plain and simple.
Wonderful.
So here's what's gonna happen. Because she's asked you not to come back anymore,
Mhm.
right? Did you hear that?
I did hear it loud and
Okay.
clear.
And so if you are to show back up, we're gonna implement a trespass warning. We don't wanna have to do that.
You won't have
You
to
know
do
what
it. I
you
won't
want
show back up,
justice is?
but I am so grateful I caught this all on video.
Absolutely. I want you to catch it on video.
I bet you do.
Yes, because I want you to be able to look back and have an understanding as to what a trespass warning is, okay? So we don't.
Well,
We don't-
you make a valid point because I've never been trespassed before, so you're right.
So here's.
Very anywhere
So
ever.
here's the thing.
Very
A
valid.
trespass warning, if you're to come back without any business already scheduled, you're going to be banned from
With
the
this
Capitol.
office or anywhere.
In the Capitol building, you're gonna be banned.
And what does scheduled mean?
Means that you already made arrangements with their office,
Which office?
the Attorney General's office.
And so if it's some other office and I come in here and they say, we don't know he's supposed to be here, you're going to trespass me, yes or no?
Then part of the trespass warning is you will be banned from the Capitol.
You didn't hear my question.
No.
If I'm here looking to meet with somebody else and they don't know that and they see me and they call you guys,
You would be banned from the Capitol complex.
So the entire.
fair enough. Bold statement.
So that. is
Sure.
the
So are you
trespass
telling me to leave?
Yes, I'm asking you to leave.
You're not asking, you're telling.
It's our desire that you not come in here and disrupt our staff.
And I've been disruptful.
The last times you were.
I have those on video too.
Great.
So we know who wasn't disruptful.
We did get feedback from our staff. I talked to you for quite some time. You didn't allow me to speak. You were speaking so loudly. You disrupted.
I have
You disrupted
my voice
staff
just-
from down the
Sorry, I
hall.
guess I could whisper.
So-
I don't know how I can speak any
There's-
softer.
She's talking.
What is she saying though?
You're not listening.
What difference does it make? She never says anything of value.
Because you're not, well, if you would listen, you would hear what
She's
she said.
repeating irrelevant
What
items.
did you hear me say?
I didn't hear you say anything that answered the question I came in for, which means you're telling me what you want to say
Correct.
and not what needs to be
Yes,
addressed.
I want you to understand that your last two visits to our office was very disruptive to our staff. We had
In what
staff
way?
members who were affected from down the hall because you were yelling so loudly. And so.
I was yelling.
Yes, sir.
At what decibel does the yelling begin?
We don't measure loudness.
Okay, how
but
far
I will
can you
tell
hear
you
a
the-
yell versus a loud voice by
Sir,
nature in this
I
building?
have no interest in arguing.
Well, of course not, because nothing you're saying is true, but you can tell me to leave.
You were speaking loud enough that you.
I
caused our
speak
staff
loud
to
enough
be
by nature.
disrupted.
That's how I talk.
Well,
And I have an earbud in. There, is that better? No, I don't have that echo.
so,
Oh, I guess I could have talked
sir,
this loud.
Any further.
Good
sir,
point, but it wasn't
Any
disruptive.
further communication you have with this office can be done in writing.
Mm-hmm.
We do it every day. with
Wonderful.
our constituents. It's not necessary for you to come here in person.
That's your opinion, but you've already made your
Particularly-
intent clear, so I don't need to come back, sure. Are you telling me I need to leave?
I'm asking you to leave.
Are you telling me to leave?
It's the same.
It's not the same and you understand the difference.
Would you please leave our office?
I would like to be told.
Leave our office.
Mr. Riddle.
Thank you.
Yes, it is very clear.
Well,
She's asking
it is
me-
very clear, and you guys don't know the law. Which way is the way to
South?
the sun side?
Oh, you're looking for the south side.
Yeah,
Straight down the steps
right
and
down.
out to the store right here.
Perfect.
To the left.
They, s- they gave you guys the wrong impression thinking you needed 3 people.
Well, the thing is, when you come in, and in the past, you've been disruptive.
I haven't. I have it on video. They're lying to you. And the reason I came here is because they're lying, and you guys, look, I'm in Nebraska.
Yeah.
I know you guys are too. And the one thing I can say is that, is there a drinking fountain right here? No, probably not. They're like a quarter mile away.
No, hey, we'll have a conversation over here. Yeah. What
I'm
were you
just
gonna bring up?
thirsty. It's like dry as heck in here from being so humid. But here's the
Here,
thing.
just have a discussion.
Think about it this way. Here's what I've presented, okay? 7 years ago now, a bank lied on a document, right? Literally, there was no question. It's all, I have the evidence. They know it, the bank knows it.
Okay.
The AG, the Ombudsman, the banking department, the FRC, they all lied and ignored it. 5 years later, last year, I won in the Supreme Court without an attorney because it was the truth. It just took that long to get the truth out. This time, they conducted an investigation because the community said this guy and his mother were improperly treated at a. I put that back in. Sorry.
You and your mom.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
We were the alleged victims according to the complaints. Okay, well, they spoke to the school district and they never asked us. Then they published lies. Like when I say lies, I mean she knew it enough that she refused to see it because they already know because I've already sent it with proof.
Was this a bank then, or who?
No, this was against the school district.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but just, you have to just understand how the lawsuits work. If
Oh, no. I won in the Supreme Court. I understand how a lawsuit works, but what I'm saying is, why is this office lying? Why are they publishing lies?
You know that we don't have that information.
They
Our-
did,
our
Attorney
job-
General.
I know, but here's the thing. Our job here is to keep public peace.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Of course I know
That's what
that.
the-
That's why I'm telling you.
No,
They gave you the wrong impression.
No,
I am
but-
every
but-
guy that every school board
Mr.
has
Just-
tried to
just
get in
hear-
trouble.
Just hear me out. I got it. Your dispute is with them, but our thing is we have to keep the public peace.
I understand.
And so when you show back up and we are constantly going back up there because
That's
it's
their
disruptive.
strategy. Think about that. Oh my gosh, this guy's so disruptive. You walk in, I'm sitting there,
Just hear me out.
and I take this out. I can talk softer.
Sure,
I wasn't
yeah.
thinking about
But
it.
ju-
Because
just
nobody was
hear me out.
complaining.
But you do understand that when they have a disruption, impeding, even if impeding is, hey, you're demanding answers, we can't give it to you, and you're at a very
But you have to
reasonable tone
understand
like
they're
we're talking right now.
And they know they're lying, and they're refusing to look at the lie because they know that proves
But
they're
if,
wrong.
but if you have paperwork already laid out and filed, you have to let that process play
I
out.
haven't sued these folks. I'm suing the school.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
So, but here's the thing, just.
All of the
They-
traditional
I-
excuses don't work because none of them are relevant. Here's what happened. They got complaints from the community, not me or my mom. We were the victims. They checked with the school and took what they said lock, stock, and barrel and never talked to us. They then published that stuff and said 3 things that were patently false, and one of which is so painfully obvious that, it would take me 0.2 of a second to show you. It's just fact or not fact. There's no dispute. So at the end of the day, when I come down here and say, wait, you guys did this investigation 2 years ago, okay? I'd just like to know how you came to that conclusion. And they say, sorry, private investigation, we're not gonna tell you anything, right? And I say, but I was the alleged victim, and you said in your response, you looked at the meeting and talked to the school district. So, what could be so private about me that I wouldn't have a right to due process to defend myself, or my mother, who taught there for 36 years? You know what I mean? They literally put lies about one of their own retired pension employees, not just me, some guy that, you know, seems eccentric.
And trust me, I understand your frustration.
Well, I'm not, you know, you don't have to. I'll take care of it. What I'm saying is
I
they've
do
told you
understand.
guys things that aren't true.
Yeah.
I get it. It does
And
kind of
and
echo.
here's the deal with Mr. Emmett, we don't know anything about
You should want to.
what's going on. But, you know,
Because
it's obviously.
if it can
coming
happen to
from
me
very-
with the bank and the banking department of finance and the AG and the ombudsman and the Kansas City Reserve Bank in 2019 or 2017, and it can happen to me with the school and the ombudsman and the AG's office and the school district in 2021, the only thing that changed is the bad actor. The maneuvers of the system are all the same, which is obfuscate, ignore, hide, suppress, call you guys. I mean,
Let's find a medium ground in this.
well, I'm not going to come back.
But just hear me out. If you wanted to come back and talk to somebody, reach out to Capital Security, so at
Yeah.
least we're aware.
Sure.
And
Is that-
Mr.
is
Emmett,
that-
you're complying, so you're not banned
Yeah.
from Capital.
Well,
We issue
because-
you a ban. So you're complying. So as far
According
as-
to them, you'll
But-
hear
but-
different.
It's just don't go up there and you know, whatever, that type of
And
stuff.
talk. You
But
get what I'm
you're
saying? I
complying,
can't
you're
even.
complying.
I mean,
Seriously.
you guys had to have thought, why isn't this guy shouting? I mean, I hear him talking, but
But
Well, we take calls like everybody else, and like, you
Right.
know, there's two sides to every
Sure.
story. We don't know the whole story. Our job, like you said, is just to make, we're in charge of security here.
Yep.
This is what we do. You're complying with what they said, as far as I'm concerned, we're good to go.
well, and you showed up last time, and I wasn't being loud.
No.
I mean, I talk like this, but and I realize it does echo. I
And I
get it.
think-
It's a big hollow
I think where
building.
they're frustrated is, they keep telling you the same thing, and there's nothing they can do at this point.
But you have to remember, that's like telling somebody that Kyle Rittenhouse is a murderer because the news edited it out where it looks like you just see him shooting people, but you miss the whole time he's running away saying, see, you know, friendly, and people are attacking him, and he's like, and finally he has to shoot. Then he tries to get to the cop.
Remember, he went through the process, though, to say, I'm not there. You've got to,
And it was, but
you gotta give that
the
process that
corruption is the
chance.
same, and they're in charge of that process.
But just do this. Keep away from there. If you
Yeah, no, I don't need to come back, I mean.
But Mr. Earl, if you decide you want to come back, just reach out to Capital Security, so at least we're aware. And then just if we're aware of your business here, always just leave them.
It's a long trip for me to get here. I don't really have
Where you
much
from?
reason. Well, just Omaha, but I mean,
Oh,
it's
it's still-
considering in the middle of the day when I've got things going on.
Yeah.
So it's work, but I do appreciate
And
you
I
guys.
think there's steps for you to get what you're looking for.
Oh, there are steps, and I will follow them. But yeah, no, I just don't be deceived by their faces and expressions of
No, we appreciate
you know what I mean? Because is this mine? Oh yeah, this is mine.
Yeah.
I was like, I have one extra thing.
Safe travels back.
Thanks, guys.
See you.
It amazes me how dry my mouth gets when I'm standing there talking. I don't know. It's not like I'm nervous. I'm probably just in that fight or flight mode where you feel like you're always being attacked. But in any case, hopefully I proved my point here, because if I didn't, I don't know what else to say. Thanks, guys.